Hey guys, how you going? Hey guys, are you worried about 5G radiation? EMFs? Well, I want to tell you about a sponsor of this video. They're patriots and they support the truth. They're called EMF Harmonised and they sell EMF protection technology. The technology filters out the harmful RF waves, radio frequency waves, and has been scientifically proven to do so. It's Tesla technology. As we use computers, phones or tablets to watch any videos or do anything these days, the EMFs are damaging our DNA as we use them. In other words, consider getting some EMF protection from the link below, as you'll protect yourself, you'll help the growth of my channel, and you'll help a fellow truth supporting business, and it's very easy to shop by. They have phone strips and computer strips and laptop and personal relief discs. There's quite a few things in here, guys, so if you're interested, please have a look, and the link will be down below. Thank you so much. Hey guys, if you're in Australia, you've got to share this. In fact, even in the UK, I'd share this everywhere. I'm going to put the link down below for this, but listen to this guy.
Live reporting some crimes to the police, Peter Little on Facebook. One of the things also, we're doing two things. We're reporting crimes about the flu being covered up this year. The government's admitted they're not doing the flu stats, okay? And secondly, I'm reporting the Rainmaking Control Act, which I've got in here, where since 1967, we've had an Act of Parliament allowing the Victorian government to change the weather by cloud seeding. And I've done an FOI and they said they've got no archives since 1967. Someone's stolen all the documents, but we've been highlighting that climate change is not only happening naturally, it's been happening by government alone, okay? Now the third thing is we're recruiting. This has just come out. This is cops.
Sorry, I need to go. So what do you want to give me something and I can read it?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay, this is the whistleblowers from New South Wales Cops, called Cops for COVID Truth.
Yep.
70 whistleblowers have had enough about the lies with COVID.
Yep.
They don't want to do the oppressive stuff that you guys cover when people go out and protest and these cops are forced to do the orders. Yep. 70 have come out. I'm going to try and recruit Victorian police as well,
yep,
to be whistleblowers and stand up for the lies that have been identified by the police. So this is a 6-page document. This is the police. This isn't conspiracy theories. This is orchestrated by Alexander Cooney, Senior Constable from the Coffs Clarence Highway Patrol, New South Wales Police Force, Grafton Police Station. Okay, he's got 70 other signatories, we believe, and he's gone into all the science and he's given this to the New South Wales Police Commission of New South Wales. This is a bombshell, okay? This is a bombshell when everyone in Victoria has been absolutely massacred in the longest lockdown ever in world history. So I'll leave this one with you.
I knew the police weren't behind this. I think our police know there's something wrong. I'll play a little bit more.
I'll make sure, if you've got a card, I can give you a...
Not on me, at the car, I do.
Okay, well I'll come over...
Sir, we've got to go.
Yeah, I'll come over and get it from the card, and then you guys really need to be on this because...
Find me on Twitter, sir.
Yeah?
Mark Sanamatino. Find me on Twitter.
Mark? Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll give you a couple of the other documents too. Thanks, buddy. Whew.
My goodness, around. It's hard for me to...
Got my security guard here. Thank Christ.
Thank you.
I'll take
Blue one. Take the blue one.
that one. I'll take all this, it's all right. We got the Tigers here. And we got the Shane Tuck signed ball, which Trent Cotchin also signed. And Dusty Martin used to go to the same massage, man. That's how I met Shane Tuck back in the early 2000s. Shane Tuck, the Richmond footballer, suicided on 20th of July 2020. Couldn't handle the COVID lockdowns. We've now got police saying it's a big con. Shane had his wedding at my joint back in 2007 when I had a nice property down.
Okay, I'll just move on to where he gets into it, because he goes into the police. Oh, he goes into this paperwork he's got. And he actually goes into the police station. So, okay, hang on.
Swanson and
Spencer and Latrobe.
Swanson and Latrobe, okay?
Spencer and Latrobe.
We know we can't be interfered with. Interference in political rights and duties, Section 83.4 Criminal Code Act 1995, the Commonwealth, overrides Victoria anyway. But we can't be intimidated, use of force, violence or intimidation or making of any threats where we're exercising Australian democratic or political rights or duties arising under the Constitution or law of the Commonwealth. Okay? So we've got this letter, this whistleblower letter that I put on my earlier lives, addressed to, this is October 26, it's very recent. Michael Fuller, Police Commissioner of New South Wales, open letter concerning the police enforcement of ongoing COVID-19 restrictions. Down here he bags the PCR test, and over here at the back, this is the key point. Many members of the force are fed up with the approach to enforce oppressive rules placed upon the population in the name of COVID-19 and the looming mandatory vaccinations. We feel a real calling to do our part to stop this oppression, so we are writing to you to raise the following issues. Police force employees have choice as to whether or not to receive vaccines. The police believe that all members of the community also have choice around receiving vaccines. Police do not participate in any way in the forcing of vaccines upon the population, and that the police association start preparing to defend police employees who choose to not be vaccinated. Raise the alarm, noisy tram. Raise the alarm that there's a global dictatorship. This is from the police guys. This is not fake news, this is not conspiracy theories. 70 coppers in New South Wales, a global dictatorship occurring, and the police force being used and abused as a tool to push these global and corporate agendas upon the population, and to warn the police force not to simply acquiesce to these requests, rules and laws, and to act in the best interest of its population, not tyranny of government. Okay, so that's just a snapshot. So, we're recruiting whistleblowers from the police force. We want them to be aware. We're reporting the crimes of the Rainmaking Control Act. The archives have been stolen. Every document's been removed. According to FOI, they've got nothing. And the third crime was the cover-up of the flu stats that I've been on about for 4 or 5 months. And I've got the document here, which has come from the Australian government. Hang on. This is the Australian government's direct quote. Every fortnight they have the Australian Influenza Surveillance Report. This was number 8. They're probably up to, back in July, every fortnight, they're probably up to number 13. And this is Greg Hunt's mob. Federal Health Minister, Department of Health acknowledges all the providers. But he says, key message, important to note, this is a direct quote, due to COVID, data reported from the various influenza surveillance systems may not represent an accurate reflection of influenza activity, which I might tell you has the same symptoms as COVID. So they've agreed that they've got no surveillance going, and you have a look at the flu cases testing positive. Have a look at this graph. Percentage tests for influenza plunged to near 0 in March. 0. Hospitalisation, I can show you the same, okay? So we've done all this before.
I'm going to let you go and have a look at that for yourself, because I just realised if I keep playing it, I could be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, before I do go in there, if the MSM starts with a red mirage fantasy tomorrow, then treat it with ridicule. Humour can be very disarming. Get your memes ready. And then, this one from Q Patriot. Will we see this in the coming days? My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. Okay, now I've got some bookmarks to go through that I thought were quite interesting. from Enoch. Be vigilant today. These are November the 22nd, sorry. But these are the Delta. Be vigilant today and expect a major false flag. Does anyone find it to be a coincidence? There is always a T attack when bad news breaks for the Ds. And then there's been a 3T open fire near the Jewish Community Centre and Synagogue and nearby restaurants in Vienna, Austria. And I did say, I did say who it was from. This one from N1 Nasty One. The world needs to turn off the television to stop their programming. And Julian's Rum responds with, because Americans have been fed a steady diet of fear porn programming our entire lives. It's the whole world, not just America. Everybody. That's what your news runs on, because the government finds it easier to control the people when people are scared. So just hold no fear. And the election's coming up. Look, trending in Australia, the election 2020. Of course, they're going to vote him out as trending. Dear me. Okay. Okay, that's it for that one. Just turn the television off. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. Australia, 1644. Have you seen the map from Nova Hollandia? 1644, history is a lie. Terra Australis. Nova. What? What's all this? Okay, how big is Australia, really? That's what I'm getting from that. How big is it really? Or is that just a... No, because that goes over into there. Unless this is just a blown up version. Wow. More from N1 Nasty One. I put these all in the same thing because it's easier to... he's talking about the same thing here. And I'm not against... You can be against migrants without being racist, you know. And I'm only against the ones that come in illegally. If you come in legally, fine. And if you assimilate, yeah. But the more migrants we allow in the country, the more our wages go down. Okay? Now, okay, there's all peace in the Middle East now. They're going to be able to go home. So if they want to have their laws and their whatever they want, they really should go home and do it. Again, from N1 Nasty One, at Victoria Police can arrest peaceful protesters but can't arrest home invading African gangs. And this, again, just keeping up to date on this little twerp here. Hi, Mr. Rudd, you speak Mandarin and you sold us out to China. Keep an eye on this one, or keep 5 eyes on him anyway. And from Mike Spike. Took money from a known, you know what, Epstein. Solicited meeting from another, you know what, Podesta. Sold Australia out to the CCP. Married his daughter off to China. Stole billions for the Clinton crime family. Case closed. Shut the up, Kevin. Apparently he got 630,000. Now, if you get a $5,000 donation, you can count that maybe just as a donation. But once you start going into the hundreds of thousands, people normally want something for that. They want a favour in return. Okay, and again, from N1 Nasty One, many Australian jobs have been sold out to cheaper labour. I know, as I'm a security guard, and my jobs have been sold out to, you know, other people that take less than minimum wage. More of them means lesser wages for us all. And I know that because the job that I used to do went overseas as well. This one from Dr. Russell McGregor. Okay, now it's time to shine, Patriots. Get your ground game on and do your very best. Aussie Patriots are hollering for you. And we are. We're behind you guys. Because if you go, we all go. God help us. And don't let them scare you. Yeah, I can already see the TV, I think, is telling people that JB's ahead. Or, you know. Yep, right. Someone told me that. A friend of mine rang me this morning and said, they're saying... And I said, no, don't believe a word of it. They said that about Hillary in 2016. So whatever happens, just don't hold any fear. And there won't be anything close to civil, you know what, unrest, will be clamped down on straight away. So just know that. Okay, from... Oh, hang on. Missed one. Cosmic Clearance said, if this happens, then wow. And Major Patriot says, Steve Bannon is adamant that Chris Ray will be fired tomorrow night and he'll be replaced by Sidney Powell. My cat's just, sorry, if she's all over my keyboard and trying to jump in my lap and trying to get me to pat. Always when I start doing a video, she gets right in there and wants me to pat her. Okay. From Dr. Russell McGregor again. One, I don't know how to say it, Guo Wengi of the new federal state of China declared on the Steve Bannon show that 30,000 paid CCP, China, you know, Communist Party, operatives are in Australia. He claims NFSC has obtained blackmail videos of compromised Australians for CCP pay to play. As patriots, we need to find out all of these traitors. 2. How can we as Australians put pressure on GUO to get the compromat to the Australian public? We need to know every politician, deep state turncoat who has betrayed us. What can we do, patriots? Suggestions below. End. And George Papton put in, I'm guessing priority 1, USA, then the world rot can be revealed. And I agree with that one. I think we just, it's all hinging on it, I'm telling you. Doesn't matter what country you are in, it's all hinging on it. And again from Rise Up Melbourne, another one. Right on time with some of Europe rising up against lockdown, the people uniting. Here come the FFs to distract. Gunman on the loose in Vienna, synagogue attack. Sure he is. They've taken away our right to live in peace. It's time to fight back. Peacefully. Very, very peacefully. Okay, from Proud Old Soldier. No deaths, no cases. Still locked down. Businesses struggling, people struggling. Why? Isn't that like 3 days now or 4 days? I've been watching this. And there's no lives lost. And there's no new cases. Why is Victoria locked down? It just doesn't make any sense anymore. I think people have just got to get up and go to work and ignore it. But the police have to be on people's side. That's why I want you to go and watch that Peter Little video, the beginning of this video. I'll include the link down below. You need to go and watch that. He has some very, very, very good information, and he's a lawyer. So, and he's looking after the whistleblower police. Any police officer who would like to stand up against what is happening in Australia is encouraged to please contact that guy, Peter Little, I think his name is. That might be his middle name, I'm not sure. But anyway, another one from Thomas Payne. Breaking bombshell, NYPD blows whistle on new Hillary emails. Money laundering, sex crimes of children, child exploitation, pay to play and perjury. Let me have a look. Editor's note, this story was followed up 2 days later on November the 4th. Oh, it's from 2016. Discussing facts about this case. After publishing this blockbuster, other facts from this case have also been confirmed. July the 7th, 2019. J.E., detailed in this, Jeffrey Epstein, detailed in this original story, was arrested for alleged sex crimes and with a minor and trafficking. January 31st, 2017, Anthony Weiner got slapped with the federal child, you know what, probe. I'll try and make it bigger so you can actually see the words I'm talking about. That one there. May the 3rd, 2017, Comey, top Clinton aide Hugh Aberdeen forwarded classified information to Anthony Weiner. June 2018, US Inspector General report of FBI corruption confirms evidence of crimes against children contained in Hillary-linked emails. Hillary is under investigation for money laundering and other alleged crimes linked to her and the Clinton Foundation, including pay-to-play schemes like Uranium One and more. Weiner served in federal prison for crimes with a minor. New York Police Department detectives and prosecutors working in an alleged underage case against former Congressman Anthony Weiner have turned over a newly found laptop he shared with his wife Huma to the FBI with enough evidence to put Hillary and her crew away for life, NYPD sources told True Pundit. NYPD sources said the Clinton's crew, also included several unnamed yet implicated members of Congress in addition to her aides and insiders. The NYPD seized a computer from Weiner during a search warrant, and detectives discovered a trove of over 500,000 emails to and from Hillary Clinton, Aberdeen and other insiders during her tenure as Secretary of State. The content of those emails sparked the FBI to reopen its defunct email investigation into Clinton on Friday, but new revelations on the contents of the laptop, according to law enforcement sources, implicate the Democratic national candidate, her subordinates, and even select elected officials in far more alleged serious crimes than mishandling classified and top-secret emails, sources said. NYPD sources said these new emails include evidence linking Clinton herself and associates to money laundering, child exploitation, crimes with minors, perjury, pay-to-play through Clinton Foundation, obstruction of justice and other felony crimes. NYPD detectives and an NYPD chief, the department's highest-ranked under-commissioner, said openly that if the FBI and Justice Department failed to garner timely indictments against Clinton and co-conspirators, NYPD will go public with the damaging emails now in the hands of FBI Director James Comey and many FBI field officers. What's in the emails is staggering, and as a father it turned my stomach, the NYPD chief said. There is not going to be any Houdini-like escape from what we found. We have copies of everything. We'll ship them to WikiLeaks, or I'll personally hold my own press conference if it comes to that. The NYPD chief said once Comey saw the alarming contents of the emails, he was forced to reopen a criminal probe against Clinton. People are going to prison, he said. If this was back in 2016, well, he looked like what he did was chuck this case on the back burner and went ahead with trying to impeach the president. Anyway. Meanwhile, FBI sources said Aberdeen and Weiner were cooperating with federal agents who've taken over the non-sexting portions of the case from NYPD. The husband and wife Clinton insiders are both shopping for separate immunity deals, sources said. If they don't cooperate, they're going to see long sentences, a federal law enforcement source said. NYPD sources said Weiner or Aberdeen stored all the emails in a massive Microsoft Outlook program on the laptop. The emails implicate other current and former members of Congress and one high-ranking Democratic senator as having possibly engaged in criminal activity too, sources said. Prosecutors in the Office of U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara sorry guys, have issued a subpoena for Weiner's cell phones and travel records, law enforcement sources confirmed. NYPD said it planned to order the same phone and travel records on Clinton and Aberdeen. However, the FBI said it was in the process of requesting the identical records. Full stop. Law enforcement sources are particularly interested in cell phone activity and travel to the Bahamas, US, Virgin Islands and other locations that sources would not divulge. The new emails contain travel documents and itineraries indicating Hillary Clinton and Bill and Weiner and multiple members of Congress and other government officials accompanied convicted pedo billionaire Jeff Epstein on his Boeing 727 on multiple occasions to his private island in the US Virgin Islands, sources said. Epstein's Island has also been dubbed that island or Slave Island, where Epstein allegedly pimps out underage girls and boys to international dignitaries. Both NYPD and FBI sources confirm based on the new emails they now believe Hillary Clinton travelled as Epstein's guest on at least 6 occasions. Probably more when all the evidence is combed, sources said. Bill Clinton has been confirmed in media reports spanning recent years that he too travelled with Epstein over 20 times to the island. Laptop also unveiled more classified top-secret breaches. According to other uncovered emails, Aberdeen and Clinton both sent and received thousands of classified and top-secret documents to personal email accounts, including Weiner's unsecured campaign website, which is managed by Democratic political consultants in Washington, D.C. Weiner maintained little-known email accounts that the couple shared on the website, anthonyweiner.com. Weiner, a former 7-term Democratic congressman from New York, primarily used that domain to campaign for Congress and for his failed mayoral bid of New York City. At one point, FBI sources said Aberdeen and Clinton's classified and top-secret State Department documents and emails were stored in Weiner's email on a server shared with the dog grooming service and a Western Canadian bicycle shop. Wow. However, Weiner and Aberdeen, who is Hillary Clinton's closest personal aide, weren't the only people with access to the Weiner's email account. Potentially dozens of unknown individuals had access to Aberdeen's sensitive State Department emails that were stored in Weiner's email account, FBI sources confirmed. FEC records show Weiner paid more than $92,000 of congressional campaign funds to Ann Lewis Strategies LLC to manage his email and website. According to FBI sources, the DC-based political consulting firm has served as the official administrator of the anthonyweiner.com domain since 2010, the same time Aberdeen was working at the State Department. This means technically Weiner and Aberdeen's emails, including top-secret State Department emails, could have been accessed, printed, discussed, leaked, or distributed by untold number of personnel at the Ann Lewis consulting firm because they can control where the website and its emails are pointed, FBI sources said. According to FBI sources, the Bureau's newly minted probe into Clinton's use and handling of emails while she served as Secretary of the State has also been broadened to include investigating new email-related revelations, including Aberdeen forwarded classified and top-secret State Department emails to Weiner's email. Aberdeen stored emails containing government secrets in a special folder shared with Weiner, warehousing over 500,000 archived State Department emails. Weiner had access to these classified and top-secret documents without proper security clearance to view the records. Aberdeen also used a personal Yahoo address and her clintonemail.com address to send, receive, store classified and top-secret documents. A private consultant managed Weiner's site for the last 6 years, including 3 years when Clinton was Secretary of the State, and therefore had full access to all emails as the domain's listed registrant and administrator via Whois email contacts. Because Weiner's campaign website is managed by the third-party consultant and political email guru FBI agents are burdened with the task of trying to decipher just how many people had access to Wiener's server and emails, and who were these people, or if the server was ever compromised by hackers or other actors. Aberdeen told FBI agents in an April interview that she didn't know how to consistently print documents or emails from her secure Department of State system. Instead, she would forward the sensitive emails to her Yahoo ClintonEmail.com and her email linked to Wiener. Aberdeen said according to FBI documents, she would then access those email accounts via webmail from an unclassified computer system at the State Department and print the documents, many of which were classified and top secret, from the largely unprotected webmail portals. Clinton did not have a computer in her office on Mahogany Row at the State Department, so she was not able to read timely intelligence unless it was printed out for her, Aberdeen said. Aberdeen also said Clinton could not operate the secure State Department fax machine installed in her New York home without assistance. Okay, she can't operate a fax machine. What's she doing as a secretary at the State Department? Secretary of the State Department. Sorry, guys. I just hit the microphone. Perhaps more alarming, according to the FBI's 302 report detailing its interview with Aberdeen, none of the multiple FBI agents and Justice Department officials who conducted the interview pressed Aberdeen to further detail the email address linked to Wiener. There was never a follow-up, according to the 302 report. But now all that has changed with the FBI's decision to reopen it. The Clinton email investigation and the husband and wife seeking immunity deals to testify against Clinton and other associates about the contents of the laptop emails. And then there's a insightful Thomas Paine broadcast below. And then there's just more links. So that's certainly interesting as well. And I didn't put them all together. Okay, another one from N1 Nasty One is, it's time Australia shut the immigration gates to those that do not want to assimilate. That's what it all comes down to, whether you assimilate or not. And we also need a law to pass a law saying that you have to live here for 18 years before you're allowed to vote. I think that's a great idea. You also have to be over 18 years before you can vote, so I think it's fair that you have to live here for 18 years before you can vote too. And more laws about eligibility to run for office. Exactly, and no dual citizenship to hold political office, because that's what we've got here. A lot of dual citizens in office. Australia prospered and benefited from decades of sensible immigration post-World War II. There was an influx of incredibly generous, hard-working and decent Europeans, Vietnamese, etc., who were proud to become Aussies. What we see now is very different. Extremely different. So, oh, that's where that map came from. Hang on a sec. No, it's not where that map came from. No, okay. Okay, oh, this is a really big one. This is going to be a video on its own, guys, and I might do this tomorrow. I think Snarkish Dano has a channel on YouTube. Bitchute. Okay, if you want, what I'll do is I'll put this link down below too, and you can just go and watch his... Are they his videos? Either that, or if you want me to, I'll read this one tomorrow. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And just stay safe and go out and vote. And if you do that, you know, if you're the voting type of person, go out and vote. And yeah, good luck, guys. And I don't know whether the election's going to happen before my next video. But good luck with it, guys, and we should hear the same day. I can't see it going on any longer than one day. But just keep your eyes and ears open. Take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, guys. Bye.